Who this time boss? Make sure you reach up the meter. A real boss teaches people how to put up a pillar. And a real boss no happy fighting people. Hear me now. There is a difference between a boss and a leader, my people. Real boss, I go tell you, say go. Earn a leader, I go tell you, I go. Got your boss super back, go. I'm a samba to my blow your toe. Got your boss super better go. She need you, Mama. Boss, show better go. But I change my mind because me still are the defense side too. Shatta movement, you know my mind on me and the love Bible. I know be Jesus Christ, but me I get many disciples. Jamaica, the taker, always they grow strong. Every day and night to me they say I the Jojo bomb. See after the storm, cause I break up sign storm. Gong. Minister, I'm a fair to more tongue. After the show, the party, me say a bong. Shatta Wale, me see me a come. Who that? King come again, like a first day again. Scorpion can't come on shack me. Cut out no let me a be leg. That's all I know. Hip hop a sack bakumo. One try me reggae. I love the walking Munjamo. They be a dead. Every day they tell people say they know my stuff. Cratchy chai rough. For this music me I get muff. Bunty, I beat you the shop. See what the fuck I be tell you say I was stop. Shatta Wale I come like a kite. Shatta Wale come like a kite. Me come to them like some kite. Shatta Wale come like.
That is Shatta Wale in the back, 38 past 9. Right here on Ghana's #1 urban music station, Y107.9. From the Wiley the Board series, for my first time listeners, it's YFM's innovative programming content to develop the youth and provide inspiration to all our listeners. Now, stats reveal that Ghana's population is young, with about 61% being 30 years and below. The International Labour Organization, ILO Youth and Future of Work survey shows that about 1/3 of the youth in emerging and developing countries like Ghana view their work and life, of course, with a future with uncertainty. Now, YFM is Ghana's #1 youth and urban station with year-on-year dominance in youth radio programming. We therefore deem it a responsibility to add to the bouquet of our creative and informative content by hosting leaders. Emphasis on leaders and achievers in various sectors and industries in Ghana and beyond. And of course, bringing hope, meaning, development, and leadership coaching tips to our vibrant listenership on our radio station, of course, on our social media as well. Now, in the words of Charles Swindle, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react. These profound words of motivation are aptly define the career trajectory of our guest on Wiley the Board series today. Now, having achieved credibility in a fairly undeveloped Ghanaian dancehall genre at that time, he achieved popularity with the 2004 single Mokoho, which featured Tiny, then known in the industry as Bandana. The song earned him a Ghana Music Awards nomination. Thereafter, he went dormant for a while, and then until rebranding himself back in 2013, he began releasing music under the new name Shatta Wale, under his record label Shatta Movement Records. Now, back in 2014, he peaked at number 38 on ETV's top 10 of 100 most influential Ghanaian celebrities. He has since then appeared on the charts every year. He's ranked most influential musician on social media back in 2017. He won 8 awards at the 3 Music Awards back in 2019. Also, the most awarded dancehall artist in Africa. In 2017, he was named number 27 in the C-Hub magazine's 100 most influential creators in the world, being in the same list with Stormzy, Akon, Tony Joshua, and a whole lot of great people. In 2019, he had his biggest collaboration with Beyonce titled Already. The album The Lion King gave to it climbed international charts and was nominated at the Grammy Awards. He had the most packed concert in the history of Ghana music with his Rain concert as the only performer. He also featured on the compilation album of the reggae edition, Tropical House, Cruise to Jamaica. On July 31st, 2020, Shatta was featured in Beyonce's Already music video. There's a lot to be said about him, but I feel like he's here. So, I mean, what's make us 5 hours? That's introduction alone. That should tell you how great a personality he is. And so today he's here to share with us things about his life and his journey that he's probably not told anybody. Once again, if you're here for Wiley the Board Series, welcome. The hashtag is Wiley the Board Series. We're live on Facebook, Y1079 FM. Shouts going out to the team for putting this together. It's 42 past 9. The undisputed king of the streets, Shatta Wale, Charles Niyama Mensah, is our guest today on the show, and he's looking fly in his yellow. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, bro.
Good to have you around, man. Finally,
I'm good.
I want to tell people this interview has been 7 years coming.
You know, it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
You know, because me seeing here today, you know, me even waking up early this morning like this, you know, because I don't really wake up like this. But today, I had to call the team and tell them, yo, we need to meet Eskin, you know.
And they did a great job.
And it means you're also doing a great job. God bless you for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. I mean, it goes back to the team putting together all this all the time. And let me tell you one secret about Shatta Wale, right? People say he's inaccessible, but he's not. Randomly, he will just call you while you're on radio and say, hey, man, who do you know? I think about 2 days ago, right, he called. Like, hey, where are they where you guys going like this there? Charlie, you've done so much for yourself and, of course, the Ghanaian music industry and beyond. And so today we're here to first and foremost honor you. You're the first creative on the Wiley the Board series. We take a lot of delight in having personalities come through to share their life stories. And on here, we are very blunt. I mean, I remember when we had the interview with Honorable Kennedy Japan, you called and said, hey, you want to cut that thing.
Yeah.
And so today we're here to, you know, say it as it is. Inspire people with your life and that. First and foremost, congrats on all the many achievements. I think yesterday, Chairman was officially made the communications head.
Yeah, my PR,
yes, since it's the first one you're doing after the publication came out, just buttress that for us. Officially, if people want to reach you, any information around you, they need to reach out to
Exactly.
Nana Do. All right. Thank you so much for that. Let's go straight into business. Of course, we're here to tell the Shatta Wale story. I know after today's interview, people will do movies with the story.
Sure, but you won't be Kuma.
No. Why is that?
They'll put too much effects in
They'll put too much effects in it, right? Speaking about effects, though, you spent your formative years in Latebiokoshi, Dansuman, and then Koligono. Which of these suburbs had the biggest influence on you?
Well, I think every area, because you know, me growing up from Latebiokoshi, you know, was just like a little boy, you know, the B boy in the B area, you know. But situations, you know, we found ourselves in a few, you know, problems that is me and my family, you know, because it got to a time my, you know, dad, you know, was in some hardship, so we had to move from place to place. So that's how come, you know, I spent, you know, a few days to maybe or a few years in Koligono, you know, and I think it's been like educating though, because, you know, me being in Latibiokoshi, moving to Koligono, moving, you know, to other areas. No, it wasn't only even Koligono, because I was staying in Banana Inn, you know, 205 them places, you know. So I think it's been educative, and, you know, I've learned something from it, and it's growth.
You've definitely learned something from that. Now, how would you describe the home environment you grew up in? You just mentioned that you were a DB. What kind of setting did Shatta Wale grow up in? How juicy were things? You mentioned that it got tough along the line as well. Just break it down for us. What kind of home did you grow up in?
Well, I wouldn't lie. You know, I grew up, you know, seeing a dad who was always serious with his work, you know. I didn't grow up to see myself living in a compound house, you know. I didn't grow up seeing myself, like, you know, finding some hardships. I didn't grow up, like, I didn't see myself like, I was hustling when I was growing up, because everything was, cool for me. And my dad, we're traveling out, me and my sisters, so I have family in London that we always, go visit them on vacations. So I think me seeing all those things was like, that was how life was, until my dad and my mom had this, family problems, and, it got us into a broken home situation where, I had to, I finished school that period too. So that moment, the way the house was, I was like, no, why don't I even concentrate on my music and, not concentrate on family? Because, my dad and mom, they've lived their lives, and, I had to find my way, so I think I started, putting that across to my dad too, and he didn't like the idea of me doing music, so it brought a little bit of like, confusion in the house here and there, so once upon a time I just woke up and, man has to just leave the house and go hustle for himself. That's where I found, life, that's where I met life. That's where I saw the difference between me growing up and me being myself, or me being on the streets myself, and it was tough though, but because I have seen, let me put it in quote, riches, the real side of life was teaching me much things, because when I was home, I didn't know people used to, like, people can get hungry, so when somebody tells me, I no get money, I know they understand. Like, I know if you get them clear, say, how come
why don't you
get
have
money?
it?
Because me,
I get them.
I get them. When I was even a kid, anytime my dad is going out, like, he gives me cash, and because I don't buy anything, I save, and I think that has also helped in my life too. So I would say the street, really taught me life, how to respect, how to, behave, and get what you want, So I think that is where life has got us to now.
Before you went out to find yourself, as you mentioned, I'm sure you were somebody before that. When the house was good, when everything was fine, when everything was juicy. What career path did you wish back then to toe? I mean, what did you want to become way before music?
No, I wanted to become a pilot or a lawyer.
Is it?
Yeah, because I used to play with gadgets a lot, so I kept telling my dad, Daddy, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a pilot. And he kept, talking to me about my maths, and some few things here and there, but I think I didn't achieve that dream.
Why? The academics were too tough?
And with the situations I got myself into, from home, I couldn't even concentrate in school anymore. Yeah, because me, I love my mom and dad so much. So when that thing happened, I got shocked because I wasn't used to it. So I think it took my mind off academics, and what I told myself was, let me just hustle, and do music. And growing up, I was watching all these American stars, and I felt, you dropping one song, can get you a house, a car, get some business doing, and you focusing on life. But I didn't get to that point.
Along the line somewhere, apparently you got into TV. You were part of Mami Dokono's squad
by the
fireside.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Was that before the home broke or after?
Well, that was before, because I was in 7th grade, so I went to Shalom Institute of Divine Education, Shalom.
Okay.
And I left there JSS 1. Okay. And I went to 7th grade. And they repeated me, once, because I'm almost in my bunker cry. So but it was 7th grade that I found, arts, because our director was so much into arts, my make Dokno was all over. So one time I think they gave me a role of a gong beater, and
you killed it.
No, I didn't kill it because the tree, created me a tree. So I think Mami Dokno told me, I'll be a good person because I act, I make people laugh in school too as well. So she was like, no, I should just try and learn my tree so I can get into acting more.
Were you a stubborn child in school?
Not stubborn, but I like my things to be done my way.
No, but you can't have it your way. Then this was a school. You were a student,
Exactly. Yeah, but sometimes I felt anything I told the teachers, they never believed me. You know, for example, like when you teach me in class and you ask the whole class, do you understand? And everybody say yes, sir. And I say no, sir. The teacher sees me like I'm rude, but I don't understand, you know. And sometimes I like to explain to them that my daddy doesn't pay school fees half, he pays it in full. So when they're teaching me this, you know, but I wasn't stubborn. It was like I was always, and that has been me from day one. You know, if you ask my dad, he'll tell you like I've been like myself like that. You know, I don't really like hide things. You know, I say things the way it should be, and sometimes you know, yes, it hurts people sometimes around me, but I tell them that was how I felt. You know, if I say it, maybe you would understand. So I think, you know, I wasn't stubborn. You know, I was just me.
It was just you.
Yeah.
Do you remember any classmates you had back then, back in school?
My classmate there. I don't know if you remember. I can't remember.
But you get people walking up to you to tell you, "Hey, I was your classmate."
Yeah. You know, sometimes when you go, I go, which name? You go, something. I go, hey, the only guy that I met recently at AC Dogon, one of my friends, Patrick Ajipon, on there was rough, like you know, so, you know me, all my boys that I sat in class with were taller than me. And the one, you know, I was only the tiny one in them. So, you know, I think that was the only classmate I saw recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, well, we know you went to Winneba Secondary School. What way would you say the school prepared you for life? What are the things that you learned there? This was your first time going to boarding school, right? You had left home, your paradise, and you went to meet other kids and that. What were some of the things you learned from them? And what were your fondest memories back in senior high school?
Well, I would say Winneba Secondary School did two things for me that I would always say. I would say thank you to them every time, because apart from me not going to class in Winneba, I think I was like a superstar in Winneba.
Okay.
Yeah, like my teacher. That one my teachers know, because you know, I like, not that I didn't go to class because the subjects were plenty for me. That was one, and you know, that's why I always tell people that when you are real to life, life will be real to you. You know, there were some of my friends who were like copying to pass, and I was telling them, yo, me, I can't copy to pass.
You rather fail.
Yeah, I'd rather fail and learn again, because I believe in failure there is success. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So anything that I fail to do, I believe I can go sit back and learn again, because I was seeing business students that weren't thinking business. I was seeing art students that weren't thinking arts. I was seeing science students that weren't thinking science. You understand me? So I told myself, why would I even have to lie to myself and pretend to my friends? You know. So basically, I think I have tried, you know, to make Winneba, you know, a place that has been my house. But Winneba was like teaching me. Hold on, you know, one funny thing Winneba was, I was using a car in school. You know,
you were driving in school.
Yes, because when the broken home came,
you took one car.
Yeah, I took one car because the way the pressure because I wasn't used to. See, I can say something right now, and people might say Shatta or try not bragging.
No,
but I was forcing my dad to take trotro because all my friends were taking trotro, and I didn't understand why he was picking me in school. Yes, so I was always forcing him to take trotro.
So you were not the kid that was lazy because there was money at home. You actually wanted to experience the real life.
Exactly.
After what you had experienced in school and all that.
Exactly.
And so you were telling your dad, "Oh, me, I want to pick trotro."
Yeah.
He didn't understand.
Yeah, he didn't understand, because and I understood him, because he wanted to protect us, whatever. But I kept telling him that my friends take trotro, and I don't understand why he doesn't want us to take. You know something? And all those my friends who were taking trotro, that I was seeing them, they were sharks in class. So something was saying that maybe if I take trotro,
you become a shark. Oh, that was not the case. I mean, they were experiencing the real life in there.
Yeah.
You're known as a very generous person. Is this something you grew into, or it's been with you since?
Well, I've been like that since birth, you know. Yeah, because I can tell you all our house helps that we've had, you know, from my childhood. You know, I used to steal things and give it to them. That is one, you know, because I like helping people. I don't want to see people hungry, you know. So I think I've been doing that for like years. Yeah, you know, I like giving, because when I was a kid, I was making money through my dad's money, because anytime he gives me money, I say, so I had like enough money. I opened my first bank account at the age of like 15 or 16. Because I had to go and lie to the bank. How do you Prudential Bank? Yeah, Tabosokai. I had to go there and save because the money was plenty now in the house. So I didn't, and I only showed it to my sisters, and they were the only people like spending like my money. So I grew up with a certain like mindset, you know. Me, I was seeing the future like. Okay, I plan, I do it. So that has been my ways.
That has been you since. Do you remember the first song you recorded?
This question there, like, is it like be why cafe? You know, but back then, the first song I recorded. Okay, I had this engineer. Around Latibio Koshia Gogo, that's the Zongo.
Okay.
You know, and his name is Maron, white, you know, man. You know, so I went to him and I think I recorded my first demo. And I played it to a boy the first time, like, you know, yeah. Doggy, you know, when I was in school, they were calling me Doggy.
Yeah,
so I think I did a song, yeah. Doggy, my baby, my son, baby, because I Irish striker, Miss Simonti, media girl now, but hip life, but just some nonsense girls. This song no hits, my guy.
It's all good, but I mean, it was a part of the experience for you.
Yeah.
But let's go back again to you leaving home. Do you remember the very day you decided, okay, I'm going to leave the house? What kind of thoughts were running through your mind? Were you assured surviving or what? Did you regret along the line? As a worker, will be done if you now will be free. Now, corner. Then I know I'm not going to leave the cake than the bread. Or did you have any thoughts like that?
You know, I'm the type that when I take a decision, I prepare for the consequences. You know, because when I decided I wanted to leave home, I knew I wasn't going to have a place to stay. I knew maybe my things would be scattered. I knew I would find money problem. I knew, like, you know, a whole lot of things were going to happen. And truly, when I left home, you know, I passed through a whole lot of things, you know. That's where I got to know who, like, real people are and who fake people are, you know, because I've stayed with a whole lot of people and I've learned a whole lot of things, you know, and that was exactly what I was seeing in me when I was home. Like, when I was deciding, I was like, no, I know I'm going to meet some people who won't like me. I know I meet some people who like me, you know. So I think, like, living home was like I was fully prepared for whatever. And no, I've learned a whole lot of lessons because living home has made me enter places that I wasn't supposed to enter. Living home has gotten me people that God wants me to meet. You know, so I think the positive and negative is working for me because what I decided is and the results I got is what I'm seeing today. Yeah.
While you were out away, I mean, while you were not home, what would you describe as your direst moments? Like a moment where you felt, nah, man, Charlie, this thing shouldn't have happened. I mean, like a tough moment.
Whilst I wasn't home?
Yes.
With my dad? What was
the toughest moment that you can remember?
So I think one time, this one I've not said it anywhere before, so I think one time I got this girl, some Jamaican girl in Labadi, and she liked me, you know, the parents also liked me. We lived opposites, you know, so, and, you know, one time I had a little thing to do with her. I didn't know, you know, that the dad was trapping some guys in the area because I heard, like, guys were chasing the girl and stuff like that. So I think I went somewhere with her and she didn't come home. And the next day she came, I think the parents asked her and she was like, you know, she went out with me and, you know, that's why she came this morning. And I left her the night and came home because we live opposites, you know, so I was expecting her to come, but she didn't come. So I think God got me into a great mess because police came, they arrested me. They were supposed to jail me, like, they were going to jail me for like 25 years that I've raped a girl.
Was she a minor?
She was matured, but I don't know. You know, she's a Jamaican girl. So the parents came to the police and was like, she was a minor. And I was like, oh, I mean, a girl, me had to talk to her and say, she's 18, you grow, guys. I mean, they said, no, she was saying, okay. So I accepted what they were saying, but I only had to beg. But I called my people, like my family, like, but there was nobody to get me out of there. And they were preparing my case for court and to get my 25 years. But within that period, I think I went there on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You see the way when Moses is talking to God, we see it in my book of Bible stories. Mm-hmm. I saw sun rays like that deep into the cell. So when I saw it, I just went to the urinal. It was dirty though, but I knelt down and I told God that if he wants me to stay here for the rest of my life, I want him to do so. And if he knows I have a purpose out there, he should make sure he gets me out of here, because there was nobody to take me out. My friends were outside, like my friends I stayed with, some from my Latibio Koshi, were all there. And I think within 10 to 15 minutes, the girl's mom came to the cell and she was like, do I know her daughter is also a singer? Do I know she wants to sing? Blah, blah. And I was like, Mommy, I'm sorry. I can't hurt you people, but all I'll say is I'm sorry. But I didn't do well. She went. The dad came and the dad was like, Shatta, you disappointed us. We like you. You have talent. Because they hear me rehearse opposite. Yeah. So I told him I'm sorry. Later, the CID came. And I saw them quarreling, the parents were quarreling with the CID. The CID was like, why are they doing that? No. I was like, no, take him out. That's why I said, Jesus, hey, what are they talking about? This is me, And within the same period, the girl's mom was shouting that, no, they said they should take blah, blah, blah. So the CID came, no, excuse me for my language, but and I'm here. He came to open the cell, brought me inside, sign this, do this, don't see the girl again. Big man, after that time that I came out from the cell, sign this, do thumbprint. Everything I had, it was in Labadi. Mm-hmm. Everything I had in Labadi, I left it, went to the seaside, had a bath, prayed to God, and promised myself to keep focus, That's why, up to date, I'm so much careful with women, because you can't come in, and no girl can approach me easily like that, unless I want you, because I learned so much from that thing, because nobody was there to save me. So it was a girl's parent that saved me. I met them at Labadi Beach some time ago, and I had to kneel down and still beg them in my prime time like this. And the man was like, no, he told me I was going to be big. That's why they really made me come out, and it's like, God bless them. So that's one of my saddest stories.
Do you believe that was a turning point, an intentional turning point for you in your life? If you had not been through that, maybe you wouldn't have been where you are today?
Yes. That was the greatest turning point in my life, because nobody would have known who Bandana was. Nobody would have known who Shatawali is now. So I think that was something God was. That's why I said I felt it that day in the cells, that God was telling me something, and quickly I had to pray.
Why didn't that situation turn you into a pastor? And because when you hear stories like this, ideally one would then give his life to God and openly start professing his love to God. Why didn't you? Did they ever cross your mind at some point?
Well,
that happened.
I always say this: those who are closer to God, people don't see them. Yes, those who say they were called by God, they only force themselves for people to just accept them, yes, they are God's people. But God's children are walking on the streets. I believe you walk in town, you see madmen. Most of them are angels, but we don't know. We and God is just trying to always paint a certain picture for us that sometimes we get instincts, and me, that is how I am. When my instincts feel talk to this madman, and I've gotten that experience before. It was 6 o'clock at Adabaka, Strawberry traffic light. I was in my car playing song. Before I realized there's this madman, but I didn't want to give him eye. But he came close to me, was like, Shatta! So I just lowered my music and was like, we deal back here, don't worry, everything is okay. I said, what's up? No, madman way to speak quick. He said, don't worry, we deal back, everything's all right.
Wow.
When I moved, the only thing that came deep into me was that was an angel. Because if a madman can say we did your back, in our normal life, somebody will see a madman and say, "Amen, come home, so yeah, about them." No, it's written in the Bible that God might come like a thief. He might come like this, he might come like that. People are only watching the material things we are seeing, but we are not watching the inward side of us, like, what am I feeling now? Because when I feel like something is happening to me or God is talking to me, I feel it, so constantly I've been closer to God from birth. Like, I'm so connected to him, like, and when I tell God something and he doesn't do it, that means he's not around. Maybe he has gone to Japan to do some chemical.
Or he's probably sorting Korea, China.
Yeah, he's sorting some problems. So I understand. Maybe, so I'll give myself 3 months. He'll come back,
Wow, that's a very deep one, Shatta. I mean, it basically goes back to the point that as human beings, we, at some point in our life, need to see beyond the evidence. So you're seeing Shatta wear yellow, but beyond the yellow, what do you see?
Yes.
That's what basically you're talking about. All right, let's get back to the music. Back then, when you were still struggling with trying to find your feet with your music, who were the people you were listening to? Who did you pick inspiration from?
Well, I was always like, into the dancehall thing, so I was listening to people like CJ Louis, Shabaranks, the Shaggies, a couple of like mainstream artists, is it Mark Morrison, from America, I was listening to him too. I was listening to a couple of like, superstars, because the music that got into me I didn't get that thing from the Ghana music industry. Yeah, like, it was always like calling me, like, when I watch somebody perform something, I go like the way he's doing, like, I can do it, so it was always getting to me. So those are the people I was listening to, and I think I learned a whole lot of great things
from them.
Yeah.
But before that, before you started picking inspiration from dancehall music and that, I heard you were like a strict rapper, like a battle rapper and that.
Yeah, because I used to do that in school. Yeah. I was loving rap more.
Okay.
Yeah, but the dancehall came to me, I don't know, some way. I just woke up one day and
you started loving them.
Yeah, but my first demo I did, most of them were rap. And maybe a raga chorus, rap and raga chorus. So yes, rap there. That's why sometimes I want to rap, and that's why I did this American project to, show people at least I have that life like in me too that I can.
It never goes. Like it's a flare that is there. You just have to trigger it.
Yeah, like me, I'm music. Like I can do everything that comes with music. Yeah.
And then so you promised that before the show ends, you go bust a free. I want like a strict freestyle, like rap.
Oh, that one there, that Iron Fall. Yes, you can support me for it because
call me say Osaka Charlie me here
if I call it medical gas chorus because that be other thing for me. They rap right now. I know they like it. They worry my chest.
So back in 2004, right? You recorded Moko with Tiny, which became an instant hit, and of course earned you your first nomination at the Ghana Music Awards. How far did this hit song get you in the industry? Like, did it really propel you in there, like we know or we saw?
Well, so that's where I come back to our industry, But Banana from Ghana only got me some cash to at least maybe rent a place and put my head. But to say I got money from it, no. Royalties, no. And the song was really big, that I was even supposed to go to other countries for my tour and stuff like that, but I couldn't get that. And it was due to the structure of this industry that we're still trying to solve problems with. So I think the song really took me somewhere, like it opened doors for me, but achievements.
Achievements didn't come with it. But back then, I think we were in the era of tapes, right? Do you have a fair idea the number of tapes you sold?
Oh, Makoko Kumante, that's why me and Makoko Kumante have problem up to now. You hear Makoko Kumante today, you say Shatta. That's the problem me and Makoko Kumante has right now, because Max said I didn't sell anything. Like he said he didn't buy my tapes. Bandana from Ghana, Moko, and that's why, the whole thing looks like Shatta is disrespecting certain people in the industry. No, he knows the history, And if we have people like this right now, hearing his a whole member for this creative arts, sometimes the thing they chop my heart. See, so okay, if these people are there, what are they going to do for us? Because if I have created a whole album and you tell me my copies are not selling, then it means, we still are living in that mess we living in the past.
You sort of like charted a path that wasn't really treaded by a lot of people, dancehall music, way back when you started. In your opinion, which among the veterans in the dancehall genre really paved the way for other superstars like you to emerge? I mean, were people really doing it? I wasn't. I wasn't in my formative years, so. Did people really work for you to come in dancehall wise?
Well, that one I'll say the streets. Like I know a couple of DJs, a couple of MCs, some street promoters, back then. So I think they helped in pushing much of my dancehall stuff and the internet, because I have like a huge fan base like in London, when it comes to my dancehall thing, and London boys like they love dancehall, so the fan base was also growing in London like more, and the reason was that because I had friends there, because I grew up there a bit too, with some few people. So they were loving the vibe, so I think these two sides really helped me. The streets and, I think the streets of London too.
Did it. Take us through the process of recording back then. Now I know you have a studio at home. I've seen a picture of you sitting by some Tikopo computer.
My baby too.
How difficult was it to record one song back then? Take us through the process. Did you also have to walk miles to go and record?
Media, the whole Ghana, like I've walked more than any artist. So like people are talking that they have walk. I go like, hey, do you know what is walk? Spell walk. Because I'll say I'm the only artist that used to meet any studio. Unless maybe you don't really know me well, like I moved to studio, because I was believing in my talent. I wasn't moving to artist, because I had like a few artists that I used to, go to them and ask for advice, like Yogi Doggy, somebody like Terrible Chaka, may so rest in perfect peace, like he was my blood, so studios there, like. Then I used to work like to hash. I say hash. I was going to say hash party because of this. Hash to like sugar tone. Apietus. I even have a problem with it because Apietus has not made Ghanaians, officially know that. Apietus in the mess is Shatta voice.
Wait, the Apietus?
Yes, that's my voice. Like, Apietus is my guy. Like, I wrote with him, but when he got big, he didn't even mind me. He wasn't like, this Rasta guy, though. That's why I won't record at his place. Because I learned a whole lot of this. If he's recording, I go like, okay, you will learn this thing, or you see, I will also play it song. But Apietus never officially made Ghanaians know. And you see, I have a whole lot of achievements that when I talk about them, people are Shatta, they didn't know brag up. And I keep telling people, the more they keep fighting me for paving way, like Moses, make it up, Pumano, midi bones, Wakatan, when they say, like, it's your more for this side. I'm better. And before I'm do Kenya, no, I'm naming microphone to that. People are always trying to, bring my achievements down. People are always trying to, like, because I basically have that problem with him. Sugar tone. Like a couple of people. And those times, when I came out, then Samini also was there, so I was trying to play some Monopoly things small. Right now, the thing can't tell West. If I go studio, they say they're not going to record me.
Why?
Yes, because I was, on some people in the industry. And I was like, I think this thing be game. Like, this is just a game. Like, I don't mean, like, to hurt people. I feel, we just, trying to entertain people and stuff like that. But it became a problem for me. So that was when I told myself, no, I need to get a computer.
And then you started. So the treatment producers were giving you back then inspired you to start production or producing music yourself.
Exactly. Because I remember one time I recorded a song and I went to the studio and they said, the song has deleted. And I was like, but what's up? But I knew the kind of people that came to the studio, so I wasn't shocked. So later I just told myself, no, let me just learn how to use this beat thing and, create my own thing. So that's why up until now, like, and I would say this here again, like, the industry, not Ghanaians. Ghanaians love Shatta Wale, but the industry is trying to fight a certain cause that if we don't take care, we will never have any international artist from Ghana. Like we will never, because we are fighting somebody who is doing the right thing that they don't understand. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
I do.
They are fighting the right thing that they don't understand. Like you go to school, then you want to fight your teacher. There's no way you stay in the school.
Try and understand him first.
Yes, I get what I'm saying. I know people see me like I brag, I do this, I do that, but that is me. Like me, I don't know what is brag. I don't know what is yob. Me, if I like girl, I'll tell you, girl, I like you. I won't do or make I not do oh, don't do oh, cool. That's me. So I think they should really study what I am doing with this industry and try and let us focus on growing this industry into an international place, because still Ghana in music industry is looking local, and it's because of these petty achievements, these petty things that I do, and they just keep a blind eye to okay, no, but if maybe another person does it, they just want to put it out there and make Ghanaians do, and Ghanaians are not blind. You see this trip, that's why I've been telling people, even when you look into our politics,
yes,
Ghanaians have grown from a certain state of mind to another level of thinking. This time it's not about NDC MPP anymore.
We want to study and ask questions.
Yes, it's about yes. I saw this election, the two political parties, they are very lucky. Can't you see the way they think the results, they can't even get it to all, they are going to court and things like that. It's Ghanaians, and that's why Ghanaians need to have that power to decide that hey, that is how we need to be. But it's like we, even the people of Ghana, like yeah, the timidity in fear shame Musa and how comport yourself because of the place you are. Me say now comport yourself now butch English. Discipline okay. No, so I think we need to grow in our industry. Yeah, like that, because if we don't grow like that, there's no way we're gonna get the likes of Burna Boys, the likes of Wizkids, Davido, like that in this Ghana. I swear.
We're going to touch on that conversation a little bit earlier, but still staying on the music, after all this opposition from the industry, as you said, you were still able to get into production, of course, do your own songs and then make it out there. But at some point you went, I don't know, for the lack of better words, let me say you went missing. What happened?
So that was my university time when I was learning how to play beats. The beats, practice and everything kept me like 4 years in my room. Like I couldn't go anywhere because I was learning how to play beats. And that period, like, I hear people, oh, banana there, the car in there, I cannot 3 days people radio. The car and shit, on the talents, no, on the lyrics, And I was hearing those things, but I like praying. So anytime, and we have something that we used to say, it just came into my mind because of what you even asked. When I was in Blue Lagoon, Sacramento, every Saturday, I never ate. It was
make a bust your Trigmatic, I know Trig is listening to this. Trig called and said the same thing yesterday. No, Trig actually called and said the same thing yesterday. Said Shatta used to fast every Saturday, like all you do. Even if food is available, he would never eat. Back in Blue Lagoon.
No, all my dogs that I roll with.
Wow.
In Blue Lagoon, because I had this Nigerian man who kept telling me something, and I felt it was God. He kept telling me, Shatta, we are in the lagoon, but we are not sinking. We are in the lagoon, but and it keeps ringing in my mind. Like, why is this guy telling me this thing? So every Saturday, like I can say I fasted for a whole 10 years. Like every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Yes.
And it's a thing that is still a part of you now.
That's why I don't even eat plenty, because sometimes if I'm watching that, I do stomach.
So for the records, Shatta did not fall out.
Yeah.
He went hibernating to steady production well.
Yeah.
can I say that you also took time off to really find yourself well? Because obviously you had tried it, but then I know at some point you feel like, okay, am I really doing the right thing? And all that. So you just literally went back yourself. It's not like the system shut you down or your lyrics were done.
No.
But while you were in hibernation, studying beat making and production, you were still recording.
Yeah, I was still doing songs. Like, I was still performing, And shout outs to Pakwesi of TV3 those times. Anytime I record a song from home, dance hall song, he used to put me on music. After Bandana from Ghana, after No Problem, he used to put me on music. Anytime I tell him, I have a dance hall song, I want to, really, just, promote it. He just put me on TV, and, shout outs to him. Like, he also taught me how an artist should behave like, Pakwesi, I don't know if you know Pakwesi.
Yeah.
It's like one good teacher I met. He was strict to everybody, but I don't know why he was so nice to me and was like teaching me, saying things like, I should behave. Sometimes if I get pissed, he can call me and tell me, no, he's told me I have a talent, I should take my time. God is going to take me. So I felt like I fell in love with him, but I've not seen him just like during all this.
You pay him a visit, right?
Yeah, I'll pay him a visit. So I think that's one of those.
Through all these days, where were your family members?
Oh, they were around. They were traveling. My family every day there. Even someone London, now more America, now more baby, And my sisters, they used to like link me, It was just that I felt that period. I felt my dad was hurt. And it will get to a time that both of them are going to be calm and understand me. So they were around, but no support. Still hustling.
What inspired the name change from Bandana to Shatta Wale?
I think it was how the brand Shatta Wale was painted back then. Because those days, if you play Showway, like you put me on Billway, tell me from Nima, get some tray from Kokumba, then set, So those were the things like that I was doing to like a whole lot of people, because people weren't paying me. People weren't paying attention to me. So I was also, trying to discipline them, put them on their toes. That hey, if you call me, pay me. So we have some street code when it comes to Shatta. It was Chuck Still Squad before we brought it to Shatta Movement.
Yeah.
So it's a whole ideology for people to know that we are serious people. We just want to, put you in the right, position.
And see, so around all these, days, was money the motivation or it was survival, mere survival?
Survival.
Okay.
Survival, because we didn't have money then. To even eat was a problem. So, a whole lot of people, like, people feed me, like, too much, like, everywhere, so it was for the survival.
Now, a lot of pundits, right, attribute your success after the comeback to the work you put in when you were left in the dark days. And I mean, you just confirmed that for us. Do you feel that the industry, after you came back, knew you so much now? Because when you went in hibernation for a while, of course, you reconnected with the streets and that. The streets knew you. But did the overall nation, I mean, when you came out, when you're on stage, do you think people were relating to you because they knew on the streets or because they liked your music?
Well, it was two things. Like, people on the streets were happy that, our man is out there, he's representing us. And, I think this, like, I don't know how to put it, but it was just like the connection I had with Ghanaians, because when your family likes my song, and every day you get home and your family people are playing my song, one day
you get to a point where
maybe you'll be back, Shatta Wale, come like Haka. You do it because every day that's what you're singing. So
you sing it.
Yeah, I think the streets made me connect with a whole lot of people. That's why when I tell people I have like numbers, like it's no joke. You get what I'm saying? It's just that sometimes, we have to hide things, and even this interview, we didn't want to put the flyers early because
it could bring trouble.
Yeah, so it's that. Like the streets has really helped me. And I don't really want to forget that side of my life. That's why when people tag me as a street boy, I'm so proud of it, because that same street boy Beyonce liked. Yeah, so I'm proud because I know how real people want to see people. I wouldn't say maybe Beyonce sat down to study me and all that, but I think she watched me from afar and saw that no, maybe this guy is living a real life, like real culture. I like to take my shirt off, and maybe you see the six pack, you see, I like this guy. Right now, I'm sure Jay-Z is pissed with this thing.
Yo, crazy guy, man. So at what point, honestly, at what point did the money start coming in? At what point did you start seeing money from? Because it was survival in the beginning. It was you trying to carve yourself a brand and a name that even your daddy will be proud of. So it delates the hurt that he had for you from all the disappointment that you had given him. At what point did money start coming in?
The money
money from the music.
Money for okay. Like I was like, if you knew, I knew my way the money started, because it was Nima that I started making money from. Doing other businesses. With my team, and we're practicing with the music at one time. And I think, I always say this, and when I was staying with my ex, Shatta, she was like always dancing to Obianiju. This girl, and me sometimes when she come out play hard ragga, I think she be standing and she watching me, and what I think she's saying, my boyfriend with Jimmy, So I was always feeling bad when I saw her dancing to Obianiju. So I think one time she went out and I played some beats and put some lyrics on it, and I called Tiny that I want to show him something. I recorded something, and my girl came home and I was like, she should listen to this song. So that's when she listened to Dancehall King. She was like, no, she likes the song, it's nice, I should put it out, blah 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 blah. That was when I started making money. Yeah, from music. That was when Dancehall King came out, because I had already had my prayers, I have spoken to God that he should give me another opportunity. I've made him know that I've practiced what I told him I wanted to practice in terms of me playing beats. He's guided me for over years now, many years now. So the only thing I wanted was that's one song. And I kept telling my crew every time that, Badman, we need only one song.
Just one.
To change our lives.
And you taught the world with Dancehall King. I mean, there are a lot of things, stats that I have that you are not even aware I have.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to put some out in a bit. But before we get into that, I'm moved by the Spirit to talk about Shatta, the family man. We know Shatta, the dancehall king. We know Shatta, the performer. Who are you when you're home with your family, your kids, your two kids that we know of? What kind of relationship do you have with them? Are you the dancehall king to them as well, or you're a totally different person?
Well, my kids, I don't know. I think they see me I don't know. My kids, they seem like either Nebuchadnezzar or Joshua or something in the Bible. Because one, the way they even speak to me, makes me fall in love more, makes me want to work hard more, and I have this connection with them, even though I don't stay with my kids. I have 3 kids, 1 in London,
is it?
2 in Ghana. Yeah, I have quite a bro for slang people. Yeah, so I have them like that. So I relate with them nicely, and I think they've even given me some. They brought my pressure down in those hardship daddy behavior because anything they want I get it for them, and they are mothers are cool. I'm taking good care of their mothers too. I've tried to sort everybody out in my possible way. As I'm here, I've even I have a house in London. So if I've gotten a house for a girl in London that to stay there and to watch my kid for me, it's not a joke thing. But the kids relate to me they don't do, mommy, let me go to, I don't hear that, because I know kids kids.
You know you're doing business, and yeah.
And like Majesty, he's a serious businessman. Yes, I see him like he doesn't care. If I call him, yeah, how are you? He go, are you okay too? All right, bye. Yeah, Daddy, I want it. No. Unless Majesty, do you want a toy car? Yes, I want to. But they don't give me that pressure. So I think their spirits are guiding me more, and each and every day when I wake up and certain opportunities come into my life, like some good new things like come into my life, I go like, I think as a kids, like they're really kids. That's why I love kids so much. Me, if I go somewhere that I don't want to take pictures, and maybe I see you and your kid, I would want to take a picture with them, because kids are like our blessings in life. Yeah.
Do you see yourself towing the line of your dad's fatherhood, like how he fathered you in your delivery as a family man, as a father, or you think you're doing something different, you're doing extra?
I'm towing a line of my dad, because this is a man who really studies much about life. I think this is the second time I'm saying this. Like, I grew up reading astrology books, and astrology books are books that would let you know yourself too much, that you might be too confident in front of certain people, that they will see you like, what at all is in this boy that is behaving like this? Shatta Wale, like Aquano, like Owakumadudu. But it was my dad, because he kept telling me when I was a kid that there's something people don't know, and that's a know thyself spirit. When you get to know yourself more about who you are and why you are in this world. There are some people working today, as I'm talking now, there's somebody listening and the person doesn't know who he or she is. Like, the person is finding difficulty. The person wants to know, what can I do to, how can I, but I got opportunity to get a father to tell me much about what astrology was. And let me just, I don't want to go deep into astrology, but let me just give you an example. The reason why we are not opening our minds to life is that we fail to understand that if they say this is the sun, is the sun. I get what I'm saying. Okay, so people go like, oh, so white people didn't want us to know this, so they were hiding this from us. In the Bible, when Jesus was born, they said there were 3 wise men.
Yes, and they were led by
a star. Those men weren't wise men. These were astrologers. But you see, if you are not smart in life to open your brains to life, you always buy the format that people have created for you, that you came to see in life. So you will believe, oh, this is just I want 3 wise men. These are astrologers. These people study the stars. These people study the planetary. Like they study a whole lot.
Study the astral world.
Yes. So and if you don't have an idea of this, I swear, many people watch me and they think I have certain spirits, like I do certain things. But I tell you, I've been to Malams to do what I want them to do for me, and they couldn't do it. So if I can do it myself, it means it's because I know myself. Yes, that's why I've done it. So sometimes I take like opportunities to tell like youth. When I meet them, I go like, yo, bad man, open your mind, because I don't have time to tell people about astrology and know thyself and stuff like that. I tell people, no, open your mind, because don't ever think that there is somebody somewhere who can do anything for you. Like, sit, plan, focus, and you get the results. And that all came from me knowing myself. There are people who don't know. I know musicians in Ghana that I watch their date of birth, and they are not musicians. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are politicians, some of them are doctors, but they want to be on stage. And I go like, who date of birth? Who date of birth? That's why sometimes I sit down and I go like, our industry is even bringing more mess into our industry, because there are no structures that will really show this is a good music. Somebody has a little talent and want to just make him shine over another person, want to use him against another person. It's crazy. It's just that people see me like, oh, Shatta is crazy, Shatta is this, Shatta is that. But because I know myself, I know how to save. I know how to buy properties. I know how to buy like things that I want. And I don't stress. Because guy no didi. Stress no. It's just because I know myself. So I take certain decisions that are always right for me. And when I sit down, I go like, so I did this myself. Because sometimes I can even sit down with PR and asked him,
Hush Puppy.
Hush Puppy. I said, but are you not surprised that we are still interested? He said, why am I saying that? I said, no, I'm surprised. Because I didn't know how I took all those decisions and I took them wisely like that. Because there are people who have made money and $1 million or keep or them. Oh, please, but there are certain hard decisions. And recently, I've told my boys, the message my dad gave me this year was, it is risky if you don't risk in life.
It's risky if you don't risk in life.
And I've taken that upon myself. And I see, and I felt my dad has told me, he has given me the greatest gift of my life. That has been my life always. Shatta has always risked. Like when Samini, like I didn't have this battle with Samini, I was pushing some keys. I get what I'm saying. But I knew people were like, I can't know all time Samini, on Pes Samini. But it was a game I was playing. Yeah, it was something that I knew. I love Samini. He's a whole legend on his own. Like, he's a good artist, like, nice guy. The only thing they pay me say, nice pass me. That's what I mean. That's the whole issue. That's the whole issue. Because if he gets some girls, but I don't know if he get those girls. Where the females. But that is like, so I was just trying to push certain keys. But I felt people saw me like, but they didn't know I knew myself. They didn't know I knew what I was doing.
You were not moved by the system. You were moving the system.
No. And and once upon a time, I think Guinness signed me for their Made of Black something. And
Up here at the
I swear. And that day, one of the directors told me that, Shatta, the reason why we signed you? Because you've been rewriting your own rules for many years now. And I said yes. So I believe with all this that I've said, we should just try and understand the brand Shatta and see what it's doing and how it's moving. Because I wish every Saturday we even do artist classes in Ghana.
It can be done.
Yes, because most of the artists don't even know this job. You see an artist come out today, tomorrow you say, Wajani manager. You see someone come today, say tomorrow. We faced that thing before. But it's because we don't have no orientation to this business. But imagine when you come to YFM, maybe they might give you a small room. This is the mic. Present your practice and let's see. This scheme, blah blah blah. Okay, let's give it. Let's be. But we don't have it. So we tend to watch TVs, YouTube, and want to be stars. But I tell people, like, I've always been me, like, from day one. So you see me, I will choose to say I go wear coat. If I work, I will feel myself. This guy look like some, Mexican bad man with drug cartel. And sometimes when I dress gangster, I go like, hey, this is somebody see, he's some gang. The guy go to say, he's too gangster. But you see, that is me. I always want to be me. Anybody that loves me for me would approach me every time. And that's how come, I meet people. I meet big men in Ghana, and the only thing they tell me is, Shatta, you're real. Because, but me in China crash, I said, now one more try this episode out. Shatta, people want people who are real like that. So it's those things.
Speaking about meeting people, though, a while back you had the opportunity of sitting with Ghana's president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, that's my dad.
So far, there's been no particular details as to what the conversation was. People said a lot. Today we're here. What was the conversation about? What was the first thing you told our president?
Well, apart from we on camera, that I told him that I think me and Stoneboy would be like best, ambassadors for like tourism, so if they gave us the opportunity, we could work on it like that. And after the meeting, the only thing like that I told him is that I want to help, to also build a system, because I know, he's trying so hard, ex-presidents have done that, but in his time, I believe if you are smart enough to know that the system even sometimes give, our leaders pressure and they can't do certain things, we just have to support. So the opportunity I had, I just told him I wanted to help to also, support, create, his visions and his plans for the country, and today I'm an Exim Bank ambassador. You get what I'm saying? So that was one of those things, because I wanted Ghanaians to really stop metese and metese. I think if Shatta go stand somewhere and say a comfy juice supported by Exim Bank, blah blah blah, it's a government funding, blah blah, people would believe that NTA will, because he's done a whole lot of things. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm going to shoot like a video, to all those things that the president did, like in the past years, that or 4 years that he's been in power, like the factories, the companies he supported, the made in Ghana products they are supporting. Exim Bank actually gives like loans to people who like patronize or practice made in Ghana stuff. So if you have like made in
entrepreneurs,
yes, like so if you are into anything that is made in Ghana and you approach Exim Bank, they might give you a loan for you to also start a company, and they've helped like a whole lot of people. And I think those are the things that most of the times we should think about and also watch, because I didn't really go to him just because he was the president, but I wanted to give him this little like talk, and he took it well, and lo and behold, like it's been so successful for me. Like I'm doing a whole lot of things for the Made in Ghana project, and I'm happy. The 1D 1F thing, it's all working. It's ours. If we don't support it, I'm not a politician. I won't go to this side or this side. Whether it's NDC, I'll find some job to do. Whether it's MPP, I'll find some, because I believe we are also. I don't have to stand on stage every time I'm doing some things, but I need to also be patriotic.
If you're appointed as a minister for creative arts, the industry, would you say yes? Would you take it up, or you skip it?
Yes, but there will be chaos. The chaos that will come is that I will just put everything to halt, for like a month, because our creative arts, like, is not the best at all in this country. And I think if maybe leaders are listening to me, I think it's something I think they need to dissolve. Yeah, we need to. We are in like technology world right now. Somebody like Michael Kokuma, they can't be there. Our leaders need to know. And I'm not saying it because I want to spoil his job. His job was a producer. We know Michael Kokumante to become a programs director at wherever it is. But people like that don't have vision. Me up to now, Michael Kokumante, I've not seen your house before. So you can't no go encourage me. I get what I'm saying. Up to now, I've not seen certain things in the industry that has pushed me. We are talking about creative arts here. But ask yourself, how many artists have gotten their royalties? In this music industry we are in, up to today, Amachi Dede is complaining. And you see, when I talk about these things, it hurts me because it's like I'm talking for artists that even don't bother, like they don't even care.
That was what I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Are they even concerned?
No. Like it's not a problem for any artist because all the Ghanaian artists, like everybody is rich. Yeah, everybody is rich. Like everybody is okay. So me that I'm not rich, that's me. I like talking. Yes, me I won't talk every time because I'm too poor.
Shatta, what do you think? What do you think should be done practically, in your opinion?
Practically, I think
done to foster, to develop that, because you see, a lot of us are in for progress, and you've known this for a while. We don't just talk because we want to talk. We talk to create awareness, and we actually put effort in there. What do you think should be done? What can first one say? Maybe we need to halt the creative arts industry, the ministry. Sorry. What should be done?
I think we should go on a demonstration. I think we should, you see, from actors, actress, everybody that because you see, Corona, that is the beginning of hell. Trust me. People have not seen anything yet. You see, when the president comes out and say, we're going on a lockdown, when you're an artist and you don't perform, that's when you tell me that YouTube will pay you. Me, YouTube started monetizing me from long time ago. So my 150, 120,000 Ghana cedi they had to get for YouTube. But you just came, that you don't want to learn, that maybe 2-3 years, that you don't want to even accept that, hey, my boy, you're saying royalties. You're not thinking like that. When Corona becomes serious or COVID becomes serious, bro, I'm telling you, that is where you're gonna see crisis. It's not crisis like the BS in a bomb has happened. Crisis. No, because it's like the players themselves don't care. Like Black Star, they are going to Playboy and they have brought Jesse. They don't care. They want to wear singlet. That's the industry.
That's how serious it is.
So if people want change, me from today, I've seen it. That is demonstration. That will help us because lawyers go on demonstration, doctors go, nurses go. When have you heard musicians go? When Yvonne Nelson said they were doing this doom saw this thing. Yes, they did it, but man, Ghana, our leaders, no, they are too serious to the extent that when they see you are not serious, they will mind you. That is the system we are living in. So you have to be serious with them. Did you see them at Parliament? Do you think they were just creating a movie for us? No, that is power. There's business there. The seat one person is sitting on might be costing $6 billion for some oil project. That is why they want to still pay. That's why this man wants to run away. They always show us that, hey, because we've not even given government that pressure that government, our royalties, we are not seeing anything with our work we are doing. But we are living in this country and they're asking for tax. So if government can tax Shatawale, but can't get me my royalty. No, it can't work like that. All the money I got, I work for myself. The streets help me to get my money myself. So if government come to me that I want to, unless government is giving me royalties, that I can say I want to pay tax. Otherwise, it's going to be some way with me and government. And you see this thing, it's not me. When I'm talking about this, other artists don't want to talk about it because they feel, so on a government, I better tax you. But it will get to your time. Me, maybe I'll pay, but it will get to your time that government will tax you if you don't take care. The things you go through. And that is the thing, those are the things that we need to start thinking of now. Because, Batman, we are growing. And Ghana artists are not seeing that we are growing.
Have you had this conversation with some of the key players?
All of them, everybody in the music industry in Ghana and everywhere. But, you see, they are still watching Shatta there. The way he does his things. The way I do my things. And I'm living like the way I want to live. Like I'm so happy with myself. Like I'm so happy with the career where God has gotten me to. Because, man, those days Coco 1 city was a problem for me. Now, Charlie,
you can buy the cocoa factory, eh?
No, I can't even buy the cocoa factory. No, I can't even drink the Coco 1 city.
Crazy,
you know. So I think the only problem is that we have to wake up and demonstrate. You understand me? Yeah, because radio stations are playing our songs. Ask yourself how much money or maybe what data do I have to show you? Hey, why from Charlie? You put force for me last year. Charlie, your money. I don't have that data to show. So it's so bad that we just have to wake up, get a system structured. Then we can also make money. We can all make money together.
Get people to start asking questions and following up.
Yeah.
You know, to go and show. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, knowing itself is one, but having people to take proper steps towards it is also another thing.
Exactly.
Shatta, let me find out this from you, okay? As an artist who has been in the industry for so long, I mean, you've carved a very good brand for yourself, business-wise and artist-wise. Where do you think the average Ghanaian artist falls short when it comes to business and artistry? The business part of our crafts, music business, movie business. Now, where do you think has been the disconnect so far?
Well, I think it's their education and their dealings. You know, I would say it's the people they meet when they are coming into the industry. I get what I'm saying, because there are artists that, you know, they want to come out and they want to meet certain artists to ask for advice. And you know, those artists, I swear to God, it's lie that they will tell you. Oh, I said I'm gonna say no one range so saying for way there, so Eskimo there, but my friend, you waste money, your song won't hit. But when you know yourself that, oh, okay, I have this song, it's nice. Let me go and give it to Eskin to play for me. Let me go and give it to blah blah to play for me. Let me go and give and monitor them and create a relationship with them. Your song can get to where you want your song to get, because you have your plan. But somebody wants to come into the industry and want to be like Sarkodie. Somebody want to come to the industry and want to be like Stonebwoy. Somebody want to come and want to be like Samini. Somebody wants to come to the industry and want to be like... I'm calling these people because these are people that the industry have projected to us as our best. Me, I'm not part of the best, because when they are calling Shatta in life, I like that category because I'm in a circle. But what I'm just saying is that as you're watching all those, recently I was telling Dope something that we like lying in our industry. Oh, you say we are signing away. Oh, they said this guy signed this one. Oh, they said this guy.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Samini is still my nigga. Samini signed Kaki, right? Mm-hmm. He signed Stoneboy. Mm-hmm. He signed Kofi Kenata. Mm-hmm. He signed who again? Samini has signed a couple of people. He's even worked with Mugiz before. But what I'm just saying is that, do you think if there was a good structure that Samini really signed Stoneboy, there were profit splits, whatever, he'll be owning like a big record label in Ghana right now. That's how music business, it grows. If you ask Rock Nation and them people, they will tell you, Puff Daddy, one of his interviews, he said he started his label or his life with just $500. And see where Puff Daddy is right now. So what I'm just saying is that we like to create the hype. So when another artist come out, oh yes, so we're producing way. Oh yes, oh no, producing way way. But if I watch that talk, like, what do you mean by producing? Do you understand the meaning of producing? If you ask my boys, they'll tell you. Me, I tell them the realest thing that we can do is what we can do. You understand me? Hey, don't come and move with me like it's for hype. Me, I don't know what is hype. But Ghana, they've hyped certain things in front of us. Samini, I'm not producing kaki money. Kaki Samini up to now. If you say, somebody will say, why are you saying this? But you see, we have to learn to do the right thing the right way. If you hear Shatta is signing some artists, there should be a deal to that thing. Oh, Shatta, I say one trophy, so it's for maybe recording and whatever. And fee nimu, can nimu, but yes, on your match percentage, so that as a business artist, you'll be making money from it, not that you are doing it for the fun. That we're producing way. So if you call Kofi Kenata and ask him right now, Kofi Kenata, are you sure that when you're working, he will tell you some things that, maybe he'll tell you can't disclose. And you see those things, you don't educate us. Because if you can't disclose it to me, it means that it is not real like how we are seeing it. And we have to share ideas like this, but most of Ghanaian artists are not thinking business 5 years, 10 years. Or no, about out there, or person called London, because they say Mawo. And you're trying to cry, you're okay. That's why I said it's true. There are dealings and people they meet from when they are coming out. Because there are certain people that you meet them that are industry people that have been like, they've been in pain for long. Like, they don't want anybody to hear that story. So anytime somebody says something, they also want to come and just, paint it like, hey, Shatta there, the kind of Shatta there, But me, I always tell people, I came from the streets and I respect the streets and I want to live that streets because the streets has taught me properties. And I don't know any artist that talks about properties like me before. I get what I'm saying. As I'm sitting here right now, if I live here, I'm going to check a property that I bought myself.
Non-disclosure. I mean, these are info. Trigmatic, Shah's going out to Trigmatic. He just texted that with regards to changing, what's the name? With regards to changing the narrative on how royalties are paid and checking the system, pretty much, there's been a lot of efforts which have been put in place.
The efforts that they have put in place.
No, but he says there's opposition from the industry players themselves. And so there are data companies who are ready to provide information like you mentioned. I mean, there's good music and the rest who can tell you the number of times a station even plays your songs. But even accepting them, it goes back to your creative arts industry.
So that's why we need to go for a demonstration. That's why they need to get up and stop feeling shy. Most of them are, and Trigmatic, me and Trigmatic, we tire off. I don't know why he doesn't look like a tire guy. Because we tire. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I see him and he's not looking handsome. He wants to look beautiful. Sometimes I even get this.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you are Reggie Zippy called me from London. He told me that no, he's trying to, we should come together, we should do this, we should do that. I told Reggie, back on London. Marco X Factor and whatever. Nyame be kwa international marketing. Me say nyame be kwa sama me bagana bi mo. Yeah, because they don't think like how you are thinking. I told him that this thing that you are talking about it has to be a by force movement. BFM.
No, you formed a clique with that.
No, if we don't do it by force, we will sit here and we'll be talking about structures and the people, some industry players don't want to accept it. Reggie Zippy told me the same thing. That the industry, they are trying, but people from what and what, where he was calling names, and I was like, Reggie Zippy, you see what you are saying? If you can come from London, let's be here for a month. We can fight for this thing, and our leaders are not just sitting there. Our leaders want us to think, because we are not thinking. That is why they are not even helping, because they are seeing every Ghanaian artist like we are okay. Ghana artists, if you get in Shatta, he enter stage where he hold mic like this, hey, forget money. And the leaders are seeing us like, you people, okay, because no, once you're working, your royalties need to be working for you. So why are you not even asking us to do it? And do you think when they see us going on demonstration, do you think maybe the president will sit down and say, oh, don't mind them? No,
they will mind.
He cares. He said he was going to do a whole lot of things for us, but we don't ask. But if we ask, but here now Slay Queen has become too much on Instagram. So if you call some actress even to come and just for a day or two and fight for this thing, for it to change, so that when you are acting, you will be getting royalties, you'll be getting some money. Don't look YouTube right now. All the Kumar people, they put this thing on YouTube, and the thing they've heard is that if you put your thing on YouTube, you get money. Most of them are not getting monetized. So ask yourself, when are you going? Charlie, education for Ghana. So that somebody will do marketing, tell you, Charlie can say something for you. You can sell 10 years for that, you're not going to make anything and you go die poor.
Are you going to write a book about all these things?
I'm always writing a book on my phone. Like I have a book I'm writing on my phone, but Ghanaians are such that they want to only read headlines too. That's the problem. So if you are even talking about the book, so if you are even talking about the book, ask yourself how many people even want to buy the book. So it should be like this, or maybe if you want to ask me another question, say, will you buy a cane?
That's how I designed a special cane for 0202222073. Shatta Wale is in the building. We've touched on a lot of things. If there's anything you'd like to ask him, kindly send it through WhatsApp for us now. Put in the hashtag Wiley the Board Series. Now, Rockstar Games, right? Founder, the co-founder actually, Sam Hausa, stated that his wish that bureaucrats would confirm Kakai to appear in the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, if it's confirmed, you could earn up to $744,000. That's the estimated. It might go beyond that. How is that taking shape? Have you been contacted yet?
Well, I spoke to, I think, a year ago or two, I spoke to that blogger Monty Oz. Yeah. And he was one of the person that they actually contacted to ask him about me. So I think he told me this, that they are trying to still, scrutinize, games and there are laws and stuff like that. So if things go through well, I'm going to hear from him. So I'm still waiting, on that thing, and it's a big thing for me, because that's everyone this thing. Get to Rolls Royce for you. Esteem baby, I get Rolls Royce.
That's what I'm at. Wow. Now, would you consider 2019 as your biggest year? Before I ask the question I want to ask.
Biggest year from like in everything in the Shatta Wale.
Yes, okay. The Shatta Wale empire.
2019. Okay, I did a song for 2019 though, and the things I achieved in 2019 was great. I make good money in 2019, I buy properties 2019, I did things 2019 was great, all my baby mothers, I buy them cars, I do things. Honor thy father and thy mother too. I saw today.
You saw that side too, perfect.
Yeah.
The money that came in. I mean, at the end of the 2019 fiscal year, how much money had you accumulated from music and the deals alone? Because Dope, they sent me a list of the Budweiser, a few other deals that came up, and that roughly. This is for motivational purposes.
You see, when I say this right now, GRU, come and see that. And you see GRU,
come and attack you.
But you see GRU, I don't have a problem with them. But if
they are taking and they are doing something for you.
If if you are giving me royalties, I can give you back. You understand me? But if I disclose monies like this, somebody will say, I ain't a Shatta or Kitaska way, you know, me Kitaska way, you know, me I'm a bread, and I'm a bread.
Let's touch on another thing. Award systems here in Ghana. We've talked about record label. I think we will revisit the record label system. We've talked about royalty system, award systems here in Ghana. Do you think our award schemes, I'm not talking about just one, have they shaped the industry in a positive way? Have they told the story of the Ghanaian creative arts industry so far, by far, in your opinion?
You see, when I would just say they promoted a culture, and that is love. That is why people know Ghana. But push the industry, no.
Okay. Let's speak about your faith concert too. Is it something? I feel like you took years to plan that. It was part of like
my faith concert.
Yeah. How were you able to pull the numbers, man? We know you have fans, but this was you announcing a few weeks before. It was a new venue. And you had crazy numbers. I mean, at one point you actually came up on
the rain concert.
Yes, the rain. Sorry,
the rain concert.
You came up and you had to run back. How did you pull that off?
You know, like I'm always saying, like the love I have from Ghanaians, and I won't lie to you, the number of people I meet on the streets every day, and people might think are normal people. Those are the people that help me in Ghana. You get me? Like I meet people randomly, and you know they just want to do something for me. So all those people, just imagine how many. Not in a crowd. Tamale, Takrady, Kumasi, Owa. I can make you all the place. So imagine all these people showing me that love. Do you think they wouldn't come to a concert that I host because they have a certain connection with me? Like me, people tell me when they listen to my songs, it sounds so real in their ears. Like them confused, they don't know what to do. They think like, you know, you listen to another song, you find something in there. Are you like when you like it? So all those connections brought those numbers. Me, I wouldn't say like I sing more than any Ghana artist in Ghana. I get what I'm saying, but I believe I'm just doing the right thing for the people, and the people are and the people are real. You see, sometimes people forget human beings. There's some people that see human beings and they want to talk to them like the human beings are animals. But you don't talk to a human being like that, because maybe try and get into the person's mind. You might know that. Let me give you an example. So one of my godfathers was driving around Okponglo, and he met this guy, and he saw the guy selling pick a peck top. You know, listen, I like saying this time when I was on the street, I wanted to sell something because nothing is pick a peck top.
Blue ni yellow.
Blue ni yellow. Yes, pick a peck top. Yeah. So the guy was I was practicing because I wanted to sell because things weren't going. So the guy was selling. The guy came to the car, and the way the man saw, you know, tough man selling something like that, the man was like, now we Juma Ben over ton what old ton pig. So chairman, when you say me yet tie Juma, my hands my brother shippy from my brother any accident kakra, so there's a problem, so he couldn't say tie Juma. Now we understand. The guy was like, and what my godfather told me, the guy, maybe 1,000 ties. We are saying, he said the calculation the guy was giving was like, do you know my godfather went to buy ties? Use the guy's format. Now he has a tie like Charlie, Jesus Christ.
And this guy was walking with the idea
on the street. So he took his number. The next time he met the guy, he asked the guy about another business. He told the guy that, when he said so he gave the guy 50,000 Ghana cedi.
Wow.
And he asked the guy that, what is he going to use his money for? Do you know what the guy told him? But where are their mommy? No, iron rod business. We are plenty ways. Iron rod 50 pieces.
Another idea,
another calculation. And my godfather was like, hey, the guy is now my godfather's friend. He's okay. He's rich. Just because of the mindset. So we watch things from a certain point, like, you know, we want to see the fine things. I mean, that's why I relate to boys on the street more, because there are certain things that they even tell me that gets me opportunities in my life. I get what I'm saying. So, you know, sometimes people see crowd and people around me, like the numbers and stuff like that. I tell people, you don't relate well to people because you don't know yourself. So you see yourself like, okay, the way I'm dressing. So Nima bush area, Nima for yeah, so that breaks the numbers, you know.
Wow. Let's speak about the other businesses you are into now. I mean, you obviously mentioned real estate and that the Shatta, the Shatta Foundation and the Shatta office. We call last time the secretariat. You know. What are you gradually moving the Shatta brand into? Help us understand where you want to go with this.
Well, you know, it's a dream, you know, for me to pay back, you know, this messy industry. Even though it's messy, but it's a dream for me to pay back, you know, because you can come and have all this fun, this beautiful fans, you know, this lovely, you know, situations, and you say you wouldn't come and support for another generation to come and, you know, also enjoy. So me, I've started business, you know. I know most artists might think say minimum was the same league oh yes, oh yeah, album one of the Jumana me but don't see me like, you know, it's the album that is going to make me get a whole lot of money and sort myself out, you know. So I'm going, or I've been into businesses, you know, like into building, buying houses, you know. That's what I do like now, because I really want to study much about the real estate thing, you know. I have a project too that I don't want to disclose, but it's with the government. We're trying to, you know, put up a whole sweet thing for this industry. So I just want to do business, make some money, come back into this game, you know, and just support and educate those I can educate. Those who want to take it, fine, because I don't believe, nobody can tell me that Shatta on yeah successful. So catch him say me successful. It'll be our name successful.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, you know, because me, I don't want to be greedy. I get what I'm saying. Where God has brought me in my life, bro, I swear, like that is where I want to get to. Yeah, like, okay, now I've played all the hit songs, like I've, you know, advised myself well, kept the focus, you know, done properties, not only houses, you know, lands, you know, apartments, you know, I'm like some things. So when I'm sitting down now, I just see myself like I can go do more business and get, you know, funds to come and support this industry, because this royalty thing I'm talking about, I say if Ghana artists don't talk about it, 10 years time, you ask another generation, you know, that, oh, so what do you think about the royalties? What are you doing about it? So I believe I'm doing businesses to just come up, and you know, I have this new transport thing that is on my mind too, that I really want to, because most of this Uber drivers and taxi drivers everywhere, you know, anytime they see me, Shatta, yeah, baby mine, you know what I mean? I love cars, you know, and that's always been my dream to also, you know, enter into a trade where, you know, I can you know, mingle with like more drivers, you know. So me and my team is also trying to put up a whole app. We done with it though, you know, but
you're yet to launch.
God willing, by April, May, you know, we might launch it, and you know, people are gonna also enjoy some transport from, you know, Shaxi. That's the name.
That's the name, right? Okay. So exclusive. I'm not sure he's spoken about this anywhere. Shaxi, Shaxi. Let's speak a little bit more about your foundation, the Shatta Foundation. So in 2020, just before the corona came up, 55 families were on constant salary every month. They were like on your payroll from May. I think it started way before May, sir. May was when it was made official, and it was on throughout till December. I think people are still on it now. Where did you get the inspiration to do this? And where did the funding come from?
Well, that is where I would also come back and say there are people in Ghana that care. You get me? Like, for instance, this Shatta Foundation, you know, has really gotten me a few, like, NGOs, a few organizations that really see like the way forward for this whole dream. So if I am having these people around me like this, I feel like there is more we can do for the community and the society. That's why sometimes I tell people that there is blessing in giving, and people don't know. So if I see like approaches from organizations telling me, "Oh, we love your Shatta Foundation. We really want to help you. We really want to support," and stuff like that. Like definitely, I'm going to get funds to do all these things I'm doing. So I think it's just the right direction and right connections.
All right. Now let's talk a little bit about the Gift of God album dropping this year. You touched on albums that it's one of your businesses. Right? My mind actually come to talk about.
No, but that's what I said.
The album is one of your businesses.
Yes, it's a branch of my
so you have like a whole business plan for the album and all that.
Every plan.
Let's talk about the album. How many songs are on there? What kind of features you have on there, and how far do you want to send the album?
Well, the track list, that one we can't disclose now.
Okay.
But people that so far we've gotten that we want to work with is one of my greatest in the music industry in the world, like Vibes Cartel. I've gotten a feature with him. I have a feature with Naira Mali, from Nigeria. And a couple of, I have a feature with Fia and Dako Vibes too on there. I'm gonna put them on there. I'm waiting to do a few ones with my colleagues, here, like maybe Sako there, Stoneboy, Medical, so we're working on it. I'm actually, putting it up now, and because of the album, I even want to leave, my house and go and stay somewhere, and I want to have time for the album, I want to make it sweet.
You're taking time off?
Yeah, because I really want to let Ghanaians, because this is my international album that I'm creating, and this is one of the albums that I really want to put out there for people to understand the identity of the brand Shatta Wale.
Yeah. So you need a lot of new things to make it a new feeling.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you bought a new V8 2 days ago? Because you need new things. Nanado was saying, Oseka, no new ones, old ones, and why or dada. So because you need new inspiration to write a new album, you want a new V8.
I don't like one-way food.
V8.
So if I decide something, I want to do it, so that's the
Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yeah, new baby I bought for myself, and
just like that.
And one down, Range Rover,
All right, so at this point, you guys are in control. Send your questions in 0202222073. We can take calls. We're definitely getting yours via WhatsApp. Hello, Rev Eskin. Great interview. You're having the best African dancehall king. One Don Industry is really touching major points in the music industry. Tell Shatta to keep on with the great work. We love his creativity a lot. We are waiting for his GOG album, and we pray that project, makes big history. Shouts going out to my godfather, Abraham Popo, inside Awoshi, the Cash Boy Hancho inside Awoshi. And he also wants to find out who your godfather is. Because you keep mentioning him.
I have a few of them, but shouts to Kofi Boats and Kofi Aban,
the Kofis.
Yeah, the Kofis, Yeah, shouts to Kwabna Dufo as well, Just 3 of them. Make no go look for the rest. I don't say Ghana is go there, go collect.
All right, a message in here from Amma Kalin Sessi says, I want to know his relationship status right now. Is he single?
That one there, very, very single, please.
You're very, very single?
Yeah, very single.
Okay.
But I don't mingle like that. Because when I get to mingle with me, so I say, I don't say that I don't get a bigger credit, don't mingle. I need true love. True love.
Another one in here says, how do you intend on gathering the players or musicians in the industry to fight for this agenda? The how?
The how is when we should stop the demonstration on Twitter and this thing, and let's meet in person. Ignis has been one of my witnesses to this. It's just that they should bring their minds. It's not about obi yetuno and obi bragging. It's for our kids, for our next generation. So the how is we will leave the how for God, but the how they have to decide themselves. I don't have to force anybody to go and take your own money. It's your own money. So the how, the decision is theirs. Like Captain Planet said, the power is yours.
All right, Selassie Doku inside his Legon says, Rev, good morning. I want to find out from Shatta if he's in good standing with Stoneboy and Sarkodie. Only on Montemi, you're cool.
Oh. Wow, this question today, they asked 2021, 21st century. That me and Sarkodie be cool like that. Me and Stoneboy be cool. Who asked that question? Again.
Selassie, look at girl.
Selassie, I'll come to your place.
No, but you guys are cool, right?
No, I know we're too good. Like, everything that happens, people take it in a certain way, but someone like Sarkodie, we've had discussions upon discussions. So if I tell people that, okay, me and Sarkodie, what happened between us with the beef and everything, we knew about it. What we can say? I'm gonna say Sarkodie try and trust her, and guess what? Try and trust her, but I have some people that I constantly talk to. Sarkodie is one of the main people. Apart from Sarkodie, medical. I get what I'm saying. Stoneboy is my blood, like due to our, this here and there thing. So we've spoken a lot about things. So sometimes I wonder why people want to feel like if I see Sarkodie, but why would I? I'm a gentle guy.
I'm a bad man. Very cool guy. You know the one problem for that.
I don't have problem.
DJ Milsey says, good morning, Rev. I was told Big Mill is on the GOG album. Is it true?
So I'm gonna put the review spread news. No,
it's not true.
No. But I've had like a chat with him on IG once. And I think he likes Ghana and he wants to come to Ghana and stuff like that. But I've not got him I'm only cool with his cousin Omili.
Okay.
Yeah, but me and him haven't had no conversation yet. Yeah, but on Instagram we've had a few talks.
All right, so he's not on there.
No, but we wish to, because I'm looking for another superstar in America too, as I'm talking right now. So my giant show also
on that side.
Yeah.
Okay. Messaging here from Shatta Madrid says, tell Shatta I love him so much. He loves you back. Another one in here says, when are you releasing Letter to Bob Marley? You have a project like that coming up?
It's crazy. I recorded a song I think 4 years ago, and up to now the fans really wonder. Recently Bob Marley's birthday I think is coming up, so they're doing this celebration something, and I had the opportunity to talk to some people from Jamaica, so I've actually done a video for him to also celebrate him as well. So
all right. This question in here from Winnie Mensa. Hey, we won't talk, but says, will you like your children to come into the creative arts industry? Would you allow them?
After I repair it.
So until then, you're not allowed.
No.
You won't let your children become creatives here in Ghana?
No, unless it's repaired. Yeah, because my kids, if they come and they see these things, their father there is come, they will bring a muka and things, so yeah. So unless it's being structured well, because it's stressful. It's gonna lie to you, this industry, if you don't take care, Bibi Begel. Yes, apart from Kumayare, you see, you can be working, but you are not well. What dress you find, but what you're for? And that is the kind of industry we are living in. And people are scared to talk. That is the problem here. You understand? People don't want to talk, and you see, that's why I'll go back again and tell people that even if you are scared to talk, look at the parliamentarians.
Yes, they are taking it on physically.
No, they don't care. If it was us that fought at conference center, like right now we are in prison. But see them, we were also fighting for something award. We know say if you get award, you go there good. But see them, they can do this and go scot-free. So they want us to also do the same thing, fight for our, but not violence, but fight for it in a nice way that we can also achieve what we want. That is what our leaders want from us, but we are not pushing it to them. So for me to tell my kid that, come and do music, Majesty them, when they grow, they'll be asking you some questions. Daddy, like Majesty, he can tell you that, okay, he has a cousin too, JD. When they meet, they go, Daddy, do you know that there is this girl on YouTube has like 25 million this and she makes money and blah 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 blah. So I said, how do you know this thing? It's on YouTube. I want to be on YouTube. See the things they're telling me today. Then tomorrow, then I'll tell them, do music. Music is good. They'll come out, Daddy, who pays the royalties? I go like, what royalties? No, Daddy, when you do music, you gotta pay. For like my graphic early morning, Shatta Wale's son Majesty shots the father head dead. Hey, I don't like that because I didn't teach him well. You know, because he saw his father to be a superstar or something and blah 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 blah. I have to tell him the true story that hey, Majesty saying Kofi Abani, Kofi Bootmuna. Me advice.
Oh, jeez. Shout's going out to Kwabna One on Twitter. Says, Rev, just tell Shatta Wale I love him. I know he loves you so much too. He loves all his fans. Question in here, right, from Ken says, I'm looking at this. Well, it says, Adi Self accused Shatta of not coming good on his contract with him. And I quote, he says, working with Shatta Wale is like working in a military camp. Is there any truth to this?
But the industry is not serious. So if you are coming to work with me, you want to go and work like a Navy or immigration officer. It's a military camp, my guy. If you are not serious, you can't work with me. That's the whole problem. Like when you're not serious with life, because I'm not the guy that want to wear something and go and show it to a girl. I want the girl to see me and go like, yo, I like the guy, like gang. That's how I am. So if you want to come and work with me, be prepared that, okay, I want to come and do business with this guy. But if you don't have that mindset there, have you recorded? Then you see me like, I just woke up. You just woke up. Me, I can wake up at 4 and record. You, the artist, you want me to force you? I'll ask you that, have you recorded? No. So, yes, my camp there is military.
It's military.
Yes, 37 people, all the soldiers, they come there before they go to soldier.
Wonder, 22 past 11. I think I have room for a few more questions, and then we bounce off. Question in here says, if you were ever to pick the position as a creative arts minister, who would you root for as your deputy minister?
Yeah. Like that one there, I'll look for maybe Stoneboy or Sako there, so that, you know, because them, they understand me now. Because these are people that I'm hustling with now. You know, they understand the picture now. So, you know, we'll go for somewhere like that. Because media make it militia, we know now. Sako there, we decide. Because meetings, we are making Sako there. But say, Bano. Putting the rules and regulation. I mean, that's what I want. You understand me? We need that. You know, we need the JJ Rawlings thing. Forget it. Now he's dead. People, and he was a good man. People in Ghana, same people in Ghana, and they were with it. He's a good man. I don't like that. Me myself, I won't die like that. So is this thing. No, me, people won't have me like that. Me, God will come and take me to heaven because me, I can't lie down and people, Ghanaians will be lying that he was good. He changed the industry. When I am here, talk about it. Don't wait and tell me when I'm 90 years he helped the industry. Is it? I don't like that thing. They shouldn't. Rawlings has used a certain method that has helped us, and if I've seen that, and I also want to use it in my music industry, and they don't want to accept it, they should forget, because otherwise we'll go to everybody's funeral. Nobody will come to my funeral.
I'm getting a lot of messages, you know, here, but we can't do all of them, guys. Shouts going out to Rocky. Shouts going out to Ron, a free Blank Fuzzy Africa. One of my bosses at what's the name? Sasso. Nick is also locked into the show. He's really enjoying it. Now, I want to find out from you, right? What are your plans for these American guys? Because I see you have a good vibe with them these days. What are you trying to project with the new music genre, the entire religion there? I call it a religion because I see what happens in there. What are your plans for them? What are you looking forward to achieving with them?
Well, support, you know, in my little way, you know, because shouts to Kasapreko. You know, when we're going to do that project, it was Kasapreko that really supported us fully, you know, apart from that, fully financed by the Shatta movement, you know. So it's the talents I'm seeing, and today I'm happy seeing even Kofi Jama, you know, hitting a 1 million view on YouTube and stuff like that, you know, Kweko Flake, all those, like, these are talented people. So me, my little support I give them is I post their stuff, you know, I talk to them. Recently I was home with Kweko Flake. We spent almost like 4 hours, you know, talking about how we can build ourselves well and stuff. So I think if you connect with me like that, those are the things we planning. Me, America, I've told people in the next 10 years, that's where entertainment is going to be. If somebody like, we should bet today, so that next 10 years I can take some $10 million. Yes, because what they are doing is entertainment, but it's because we don't understand entertainment, so we see them and we go like, now where I don't know where you wish it. No, it's culture. When you see Pop Smoke them where they come out, where they stand shop, store in front, they do video. Now yeah, and Crawford where they also saying that is why Jamaica is where they are today, because Jamaica portrays their culture the way it is. Ghana, Kumasi for Musha fake, Kumasi for Musha fake. Who ni original koto? Yes, but this is the same Americans that are putting Ghana on the map today. Yes, and no Accra artist should find that, otherwise because the air caution and no, don't fight it, because it's a season for that.
It's stronger than appetite.
Yeah, it's stronger than appetite.
Mr. Date, EB Date, inside GMSA. Charlie Reveskin, tell him say 2 fans for GMA. Always a call. You guys want me time with Wiley? They will say, okay, sure. Just try and arrange that for you.
By GMA, we should love it. Then they chill me. Why did they stop that thing?
They're not going to stop.
No, GMA, please, I'm here. Call me for another thing. See house party, remember.
Oh my days. Now the theme for this month's GMABC group, that is Global Media Alliance group for YFM, ETV, Happy FM, is fresh starts. We just started a brand new year. Things are fresh. We went through a tough year. What is your advice for everyone listening now in terms of reaching higher goals by the end of the year? What are the things they should do? How should they start the year?
Well, I won't put it in any long form of talk, but all I'll just say is, when you are yourself and you have focus, I think there are greater achievements to that, so maybe anybody listening to me now, whether young or old, I think you should just sit down and analyze who you are and what you've told yourself once upon a time and you've not achieved. So at least you check the mistakes in your life and just focus on whatever you want to get and get there. Because that's what I believe. I don't believe in I believe in you. When you know who you are, you can get to where. So I beg, just be yourself and focus. That's the word.
All right. Thank you so much, Charlie. It's been a journey. I've really enjoyed every bit of it.
I know.
Thanks so much for blessing us. Thanks so much for coming through Wiley the World Series.
I'm so happy I'm here.
I'm happy too.
Because I feel like, I'm a youth now.
No. You've always been a part of us. One last question, by the way, before you go. The new series that you have on your social media, the Shatta, the captain, captain, I don't know. My team want to find out. Okay, is it a team effort, or you simply just came up with it? Is it something you planned to do?
It's something I want to start doing on YouTube.
Okay.
My YouTube account. So since people are loving it now, and now I'm also getting fans with that side of my art. So it's something that is in the pipeline. We plan it every time we do it.
Okay.
Because recently I had to buy a whole baseball, this thing from the New York Giants.
Yeah, just so you can wear
come and sit on Facebook and do that thing and have that potential. Next time they see me, it's a judge.
All right,
lawyer and judge.
So I need a last favor from you. Since you're here and we touched on that, let's get into that Shatta Wale character right now. Touch on one thing, Kevin Yanko.
Hey, wow. So okay, give me a topic. Give me a topic.
Topic. My topic. Ganj. What? Twitter. Oh, massa.
Did that do it? No, it doesn't be sometimes. When I want to get into Ghana, I don't know. It comes, So that's why I always don't want to fake it. Yeah, when I want to talk about something,
it will come.
It will come. That's me. So me, I believe if I have to be doing those things, I need to have things that I need to talk. That's why actually, what do you want me to talk about? Because when I start talking about something, it comes to certain things. I don't know. Angel Gabriel, I know he was once a comedy in heaven, so he likes doing things.
See, obviously, everybody one, everybody two.
Okay, so that one, you know.
That thing,
it's the black bro, that spirit in me. Because I was talking about the Dr. U and I. And I was like, okay, so this voice is very serious. When it's coming, like it's so nice. Everyone want. You want to take it to why?
Pop. Oh my days, that was Shatta Wale, Dancehall King. Wiley the Boss series, done and dusted. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope I read all your questions, but if I couldn't read your question, nothing really spoiled.
One thing you must know, say, hey, artist, life.
You is Ghana's best urban music.
YFM.
Listen to YFM 107.9 Accra, 102.5 Kumasi, and 97.9 at Takoradi.